You blew out the flame. Now brace yourself. For the storm I've become. You thought snuffing out my light would end me, that if you silenced my voice, dimmed my passion, broke my spirit, I'd just disappear. You were wrong. You didn't destroy me. You unleashed something darker, something deeper, something unshakable. I don't burn anymore, I erupt. And every ounce of pain you fed me, it's now carved into my strength. You wanted to see me crawl. I rose. You wanted to see me fall. I soared. You tried to bury me, but you forgot. I'm not the seed and the wildfire. I gave you my trust. You turned it into chains. I gave you my heart. You shattered it. I gave you chances. You gave me scars. And now I'm done giving. I've stepped into a version of myself you never thought I'd reach. Not soft, not silent, not broken, but bold, cold, relentless. You called me weak when I chose peace, mistook kindness for submission, laughed when I turned the other cheek. But look now, the one who stayed quiet is the one they fear the most. You thought you knew me, but what you knew was the calm before the chaos. The demon you created has awakened. You built this, with every betrayal, with every lie, with every attempt to strip me of my worth. You didn't just break a person, you forged a force. I no longer chase approval. I no longer beg to be understood. I no longer bend to fit into spaces that can't hold the weight of who I've become. This is not revenge. This is resurrection. This is transformation. This is me, stepping out of the ashes, eyes blazing, spine straight, voice sharper than ever. I won't hide my fury. I won't apologize for my edge. You handed me pain. I turned it into armor. I don't seek to destroy, but I will never allow myself to be destroyed again. This version of me feeds on silence, thrives in solitude, moves with purpose, speaks with fire, and never, ever forgets. You thought it was over when the flame went out, but you never realized. I was never the flame. I was the volcano, waiting to erupt. You thought I was gone, but I was only silent, sharpening my soul in the shadows. I didn't disappear. I evolved. I didn't fall apart. I realigned. While you danced on the ashes of who I used to be, I was underneath, rebuilding, rewiring, reawakening. You mistook my silence for surrender, but silence was my sanctuary. My rebirth began the moment you counted me out. I didn't vanish. I was just becoming untouchable, because what you buried wasn't weakness, it was my awakening. Every crack in me became a doorway, every scar a map back to myself. And now, I walk with the weight of my history, but I wear it like armor. Not shame, not regret, not loss, just lessons. Fire-forged truth etched into every step I take. I'm not coming back for revenge. I'm coming back for power. And it won't be loud, it won't be messy. It'll be quiet, focused, controlled, and undeniable. I won't shout to prove myself. I won't beg to be seen. I am seen. By those who feel the energy shift when I enter the room. By those who know I'm no longer here to be liked. I'm here to be respected. You see, the real danger was never my rage. It was my clarity. Now I see everything. Who you are, who I was, and who I'm becoming. You trained me, not through love, but through fire. You built a weapon out of a heart. And now you flinch, not because I attack, but because I no longer care. There's no returning from this version of me. No more second chances, no more soft landings, no more shrinking to make others comfortable. I speak with thunder. I walk like the earth owes me space, and I don't look back, because there's nothing back there for me but lessons I've already learned. You wanted a reaction. I became the consequence. So if you hear my name and your spine tightens, if my presence makes your confidence tremble, good. That's not fear. That's recognition. That's your soul remembering what it tried to break and realizing it only made me unbreakable. You didn't defeat me, you designed me, and now I move like the storm, speak like prophecy, breathe like war. I've stopped playing by the rules you wrote because I realized I was never meant to be a chapter in your story. I was born to be the ending in mine. I was born to be the ending in mine. And this ending? It doesn't ask for applause. It doesn't crave recognition. It commands silence. That heavy silence where the room shifts, where eyes lower and hearts race. Because when I walk in, the air changes. People don't know if it's fear or fascination. All they know is that something real just entered. I'm no longer the one who hopes. I'm the one who decides. I don't wait for closure, I create it. I don't wish for peace, I become it. The kind that comes after the storm, when everything is still, yet forever changed. I used to explain myself to people who didn't deserve the sound of my voice. Not anymore. I've gone silent, not because I have nothing to say, but because you're not worthy of hearing it. My presence is the warning. My silence is the scream. You underestimated me, thinking I'd return as the same version you hurt. But I didn't just heal. I transcended. I burned through every layer of who I was, until only truth remained. Not the polished, people-pleasing version, but the raw, unfiltered, powerful version, the one that doesn't flinch. Doesn't fold, doesn't forget. Now, you didn't leave me broken, you left me dangerous, because now I carry no expectations. I seek no validation. I offer no apologies. I don't chase, I attract. I don't explain, I exist. And my existence alone is louder than any revenge. You thought you ended me, but you only erased access. I'm not who I was. And thank the chaos for that. Because now, I don't bend when the world leans heavy. I don't break when they push. I become the pressure. I am the reminder that even the softest soul can sharpen into a blade when it's been held over too many fires. This version of me doesn't need to be liked. It was never about revenge. It was about remembering. Remembering who I was before they told me who to be. Before I was molded, muted, managed. Before I gave my light away for comfort, for love, for fake peace. Now, I keep my fire. I choose my chaos. I own my edge. And if that makes me hard to understand, hard to love, hard to control, so be it. I was never meant to be easy. I was meant to be real, raw, unrelenting. I don't need a second chance. I became the consequence, the storm you thought I wouldn't survive. I mastered it. I learned to breathe inside it. I made it my home. While you prayed for my weakness, I was busy turning my pain into armor. Every scar a signature, every tear a ritual, every silence a war chant you'll never understand. Because what was once a wound is now a weapon. You didn't just lose me. You lost access to a version of me you could never recreate. You lost the one who forgave too easily, who stayed too long, who shrank just to make others comfortable. That version died the moment I realized I was never hard to love. I was just too real for cowards. And now, I move different. I walk like I've already buried what tried to break me. I speak like my words are carved in stone. I stare like I see right through you. Because I do. I see every mask, every fear, every little hope that I'll still need you. I don't return to the fire once I've become it. I don't prove myself anymore. I reveal myself. Slowly, calmly, like the kind of threat you don't notice until it's too late. You thought I'd chase you. You thought I'd beg. You thought I'd fall apart without you. And now, you're watching me rise, with nothing to say. Because the truth is, I'm not coming back. Not for closure, not for revenge, not for recognition. I'm not returning to show you who I've become. I'm too far gone, too evolved, too untouchable. I don't need your eyes to validate my glow. I am not a memory. I am a warning. You taught me to stop loving out loud. Now I move in silence. You taught me to stop hoping they'd change. Now I changed myself. You taught me that survival isn't about strength. It's about becoming the danger no one saw come. And guess what? I became it.